Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a tutorial on how I decorate my planner that I get from the Dollar Tree. This is the planner that I enjoyed last year. I enjoyed it so much that I'm going to do it again this year. So I wanted to share how I decorate it since I'm doing a brand new planner, right? It's a brand new year. This is a 2015 planner, obviously, but this is the one I decorated last year. I got it at Dollar General in February, and I actually paid $1/4 for it, so that's pretty cool. But this year, I wanted to be ahead of the game, and I picked up this one at Dollar Tree. The only difference with this is that it has a blue header, and I'm not exactly thrilled about that because that kind of limits, I don't know, my decorating, or I have to ignore it or just cover it all up, but I'm sure it won't cause that big of a problem, so I'm just gonna go with it. It is a regular monthly planner. It only has month by month layout, but I'm gonna show you what I like about this planner, or calendar, I guess I should say. It's just a calendar, it's not a planner, but I enjoy using it for a planner. This is the one that I decorated for 2015. I use scrapbook paper, I use washi tape. For those of you who ask me how I use washi tape, here's one example. I just decorated it to my choice. I put it back in the plastic that comes with the planner. I'm just gonna call it a planner. But it comes with this plastic cover that I actually really like because it protects all of my work, and these flaps are very usable for a dashboard. So this is the planner that I made for 2015, and you can see that I have attached some post-its and some page flags here. And then just to get an idea, since I didn't really do much in December here, obviously, this is how I like to use my calendar. I like to add some papers for notes because what I really enjoy doing is journaling for the month. Anything that happened that was significant, I like to write it down here. Short and sweet, doesn't require a lot from me. I can always go back and highlight things that I remember. Obviously, I haven't done much in December, but I can go back and write because it's just kind of notes about the month, and that's what I enjoy about this planner. It's kind of making a diary out of it. I also thought I would share this. This is one that I made for my YouTube plans. I have a lot of thoughts in my head for videos that would, maybe go well into the next month or a certain season. So I like to think ahead, I like to plan ahead. It's just how my brain works. So this is the calendar that I plan on using for YouTube. Be yourself, everyone is taken. Isn't that the truth on YouTube? You don't want to be somebody else or somebody you admire. It's just best if you be yourself. So that is a reminder for me. I love the cameras, and I just really enjoyed the whole watercolor look of this. Of course, I had to add some owls because I love them. And then I just kind of decorated with some scrapbook paper on the inside, and I attach it all with washi. And I did the same thing on the back cover. And then, since I'm always thinking ahead with YouTube and I have plans for the next few months and I want to be able to write them down, I just went in and did a little bit of decorating, not much. I'll do more, I'm sure, but I just wanted to add some notebook paper into the center. Just give it a little bit of a decoration to go with because I'm going to be writing notes in this. I just did a little bit of decorating ahead. I'm not going to do any plan with me type video in this. It's just going to be how I decorate the calendar itself. I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was pretty. If you want to do this, and if you want to do this like I do, the supplies that I'm going to use are the Dollar Tree calendar 2016, obviously, with the vinyl sleeve. I'm also going to use some scrapbook paper. This is what I've picked out. I have an inside cover, 2 inside covers, and the back cover. And what I'm going to be using for my calendar cover, this is a calendar that also came from Dollar Tree. A lot of people love this calendar with their planners, and they decorate with certain pages. And I am going to use this. I really like this Do All Things with Love. That really speaks to me. This is something that I try to live by, live every day loving others. So this is important to me. This is what I'm going to make my cover with. I would love to be able to get some of this blue color in here, but it's not going to happen because that heart's going to pretty much take up my whole cover. So that's what I'm working with. If you don't have a paper cutter, which is what I'm pretty much going to use, you need a ruler to measure out your stuff, probably at least a straight edge at some point. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're also going to want something to help stick your paper to your planner before we get the washi on. So I'm probably going to be using this tape runner. If you don't have anything like a tape runner, a glue stick works fine. Rolled up Scotch tape works fine. You just want something to hold it in place while you're working with it. And then if you just have some choice of washi tape, something that you think you're going to want to adhere around the edges of your paper. This is just some random tape that I picked out. I'm not quite exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, but I just collected some that I thought I might want to use. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take our calendar out of this vinyl. And then this vinyl we'll just save for later because we're going to put our finished project in it. I'm just pretty much going to explain what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to fast forward through the video and show you my work. I pre-measured my paper on what I want my paper size to be for the inside and outside of this cover. So for both inside paper and the back cover, I'm going to cut my paper 9 1/4 by 6 1/2. With my paper cutter, I can just zip through it and that's gonna fit, and the tape's gonna help it stick, and it's gonna be perfect. Because I'm cutting this out of a planner, I'm gonna have to trace it so I can get the right area that I want and then cut it out by hand. So that's what I'm going to do with that. If you don't have a paper cutter and you're just gonna use a calendar, all you're gonna do is trace the area that you want to cut out and stick it on. You might have to trim it a bit so it fits with the washi tape, but it should be pretty easy, and I'm going to do that at least once so you'll be able to see it in my video. I'm just going to get started and I'll fast forward through the work end of this video and we'll see what happens. That I just have a little bit of a gap here hanging over because I traced the book, so it's not, I need it to be a little bit smaller than the actual cover so that I can adhere it to the cover without any bubbling or anything. So I'm going to shorten it just a little bit on each end. And then I like that. I think it's perfect. I've got about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on these papers so they'll stick. Next thing I'm going to do is play around with my washi tape, see what I want my edges to look like and how I want to attach it. I'm going to start with the binding, and I'm going to use probably a wider washi tape. And what I'm going to do around the edges is I'm going to take my washi and I'm going to use it so that it fits halfway over each cover, the front cover and the inside flap, so that it holds the paper down, and then I won't ever have to worry about it. I'm going to do that along the front and the back. So I'm probably going to just fast forward through the rest of this because it's pretty self-explanatory. Something else I forgot to mention, this is fabric tape that I'm using along the side. On this planner that I made yesterday, I used a duct tape. It was a little heavier and it actually sticks better to the binding as it opens and closes for the next 12 months. So I just want to mention that that might be helpful to use a sturdier tape on your binding. Something that I did last year was I used the Dollar Tree glitter tape and it didn't really want to adhere at all, so I had to double line each side to get it to stick. So I wanted to avoid that issue this year and I just decided to use a heavier tape. Also, the glitter tape flaked. While it is a super pretty look, it isn't the easiest to work with, so I do recommend either a fabric tape or a duct tape on your binding. Something else I'm also going to mention here is I'm going to do the top and the bottom and then go back and do this edge just so it has a symmetrical look on all the corners. Okay, so that is the very basic beginning of the first cover, and it's just how I'm adhering my paper. So now I'm going to do the back. Okay, so you might have noticed that maybe my tape lines aren't exactly perfect. It's true that I'm not like a huge perfectionist over making sure that my tape lines are great, because the truth is when the cover goes on and once I start decorating, you're barely gonna notice it. And I'm the only one that's going to look at it anyway. So I either care and I don't, and quite honestly, I don't. So that's that. Now I'm just gonna take some washi and some stickers that I've picked out and I'm just gonna try to finish it up. Something you'll notice is that I did kind of keep it rather simple, at least for me. Some people might be saying, that's pretty busy. For me, this is kind of simple, but I don't want to take away from the title of my planner so much. And then I'm going to probably use a couple stickers, just a couple, something inspirational, some words that I like. So I have a few stickers that I'm going to choose from, and I'm just going to finish it up. Since I had to give this sticker a piece of cardstock behind it so it was actually readable on this, I'm going to do something that I love to do, and I'm going to ink the edges of this just to give it a little bit of color. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do to my planner. You are, of course, free to do whatever it is you want to do to it. The only issue that you want to be careful of is because we're going to put it back in the vinyl sleeve, you probably don't want to use anything really bulky. You don't want to use big three-dimensional stickers or anything, but that's just because you want it to fit back in the sleeves. In this instance, you're probably just going to want to use all flat decor on your calendar. So that's that. I love making these. I have made them for my mother and my mother-in-law. I have made a couple for myself. Excuse all the glare. I know that plastic is picking up all the lights. I hope that you try this out, and I hope that you like it. I absolutely love these calendars, and I love making it my own. This is the calendar that I will be using in my Plan With Me videos this year, and I am very excited to get started. Absolutely love it. Something else to remember is you can totally make this a dashboard. These are a little out of date, obviously Christmas is over, but the cool thing about this plastic is if they don't want to stick, use some double-sided tape and get them to stick. But whatever you want to use for the month, this space is totally available for your use. You can stick any Post-its that you want to on here. You can attach some paper clips like so, and it can just hold all of your little extra goodies. Like I said, I absolutely love this planner. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful and inspiring. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.